But yeah, shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters, brother Masha. Coming back to with some more precepts and another coconut. Give it a course out. Honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, and Masha, Kwam, like Yahweh. And, you know, today we're going to get into part 2 of the jab is witchcraft, right? Because the first video, I guess Esau got offended and took my video down as I was doing the video. But we back at it like a bad habit. And we're going to get into the scriptures again through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh. So the last thing I ended off was with First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 29 through 37, just saying how Antiochus, when he came into power, he deceived our people. By how? He deceived our people by telling them, giving them all these nice words, telling them all these nice things, and they was giving him credence for it. They was like, oh, you know, they was happy about it, about everything he was saying, because everything he said sounded good to them, right? So eventually, after he had told them all these nice things, he killed them all. He destroyed them all. And I went into that just to show that these devils in these last days, they're going to say, oh, it's okay, take it, you're going to be okay, you're going to be in good health. Oh, take it. You know, it's gonna do it for your family, do it for your friends, right? So these devils are coming down in great wrath in these last days. Shalaka, one second. Shalaka. Damn sun in my eyes, man. Damn. It's not gonna work. Salaki, kings. Salaki. Shalom, Uriah. Shalom, Malak. How you doing, king? But yeah, I'm trying to get this damn sun out my eyes real quick. Regardless. But anyway, like I said, it wasn't my Solomon. I mean, at First Maccabees, that's why I went into that. Because these devils, they're going to speak soft words. They're going to tell you, oh, you know, it's okay. Do it for your family. Do it for your friends. So everything can come back to normal. Ain't a damn thing gonna come back to normal, man. I'm feeling good, king. You know what I'm saying? Through the power and spirit of Yahweh, I ain't got nothing to complain about. You know, just doing this lesson. You know, edify brothers and sisters on this Maxine. You know, but like I was saying, the reason why I went into First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 29 to 37 was to show you that the same spirit is back on the earth. They're going to tell you all these soft things and tell you all these nice things, but war is in their heart, man. Right? Just like when Antiochus told them all these nice things, and they were so quick to give him credence. The scripture says, just roughly paraphrasing, you know, don't be quick. Don't prove a friend first. You know, prove a friend first. Don't be quick to credit him. You know, because you don't know what kind of devices they may have. So that's why I pulled that precept, right? Don't, just because Biden, he's a white man, and, you know, he's the president, you know, just because, you know, the CDC ain't came down and damn took us into damn FEMA camps yet, that don't mean a damn thing, man, right? And so now, I'm about to show you how much these other nations, they don't give a damn about you, right? Let's prove this. Wisdom of Solomon. Well, let me see this video real quick. Right? Watch this.
Why does a cool, mellow fellow like yourself want to hang around with a bunch of stuffy old white guys?
Same reason you want to hang around those stuffy old white guys.
You brought, I don't know if you guys can hear it. Matter of fact,
because at the end of the day,
yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but
it's pretty much.
I'm gonna post the video. You'll be able to hear it better. But yeah,
I'm just a cool mellow fella.
I'm gonna just let the video play.
Just shucking and jiving. Good walking, basketball playing, singing, dancing, and taking out your garbage. That's what I am to you.
You're right. Of course that's what you are to me. You are African American. And myself and my friends, for the most part, don't care for the company of African Americans. Quite frankly, we're entertained by you. We're thrilled by your high-flying acrobatics on the basketball court. That wonderful sense of rhythm you have. Your animal athleticism. But apart from that, we have no use for you. Understand? I mean, let's face it, James. Do you set a place at your dinner table for your pit bulls? Now, is this keeping it real enough for you?
I have another theory on this subject matter when it comes to I imagine several hundred years ago.
But anyway, the reason why, man, hold up, this is madness. But anyway, the reason why I brought out that video, basically what was being said in the video is Esau, the white man, was saying how they have no need for us, right? They were saying how they have no need for us. This damn son is whooping me right now. Anyway, and so he was just going into the reason why they have us is because of our athleticism and because our high-flying acrobatics, as he said in his own words, because we're amusing to them. Well, the things that we can do, you know, it amazes them. And that's what Esau was going into. And then Jake responded and said, you know, not only are we amazing, but we got, in layman's terms, but everything about us is amazing. Everything about us is dominant. Even, you know, if you got ears to hear, even our rod. That's what he said. That's what he said, you know. But let's go to Sirach chapter 3 and verse 24. Sirach chapter 3 and verse 24. Well, I'm gonna trust. Right, let's pull this real quick. What does it say? It says, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion hath overthrown their judgment. So a lot of people, they're deceived by their own vain opinion. They think that this is everything I'm saying, or everything that has been said in my last video is just a conspiracy theory, or that is some type of joke. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not. You're deceived by your own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment. Which means what? That you thinking that what I believe or what I'm teaching may be as conspiracy theory, but you're overthrowing your own judgment. Because not only am I proving it according to the scriptures, everything that I say, I'm showing you through facts, through videos, through statistics, right? How these things are so. Okay? Through articles, how these things are so. Right? Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9. It's water. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there's no new thing under the sun. So everything that happened aforetime is going to happen again. The spirits that were here before are the spirits that are here again. Now a spirit would be like a, depending upon what kind, it could be an envy spirit. It could be a jealous spirit, but It's the characteristic that comes behind it, right? But these spirits are back on this earth. The ways of the wicked are here on this earth. Let's go to Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17. Lamentation chapter 4, verse 17. It smells like fire. It ain't my car, I know that. Anyway, let's go. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help, and our watching, we have watched for a nation that cannot save us. Let me pull this real quick. Where is it at? I'm looking for this article. Right? So let's read again. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help, and our watching we have watched for a nation that cannot save us. Right? So us as a people, we watch for a nation that cannot save us. Even if they had the thought to, or the dreams or ambitions to do so, they're not gonna save us. Right? That will go against everything that they believe. Right? So we have watched for a nation that cannot save us. This nation is not going to save us at all. Alright? And Shalom Malak. Right? So I'm going to read this. This is a definition. This is more proof. But this just goes to expand the thought of why I brought out this precept. It says Stockholm Syndrome. Feelings of trust or affection felt in many cases of kidnapping or hostage taking by a victim toward a captor. Right? So what does that mean? That means that us being slaves here in America till this day, us having trust in our oppressor is Stockholm Syndrome. It's a syndrome. Okay? It's a syndrome. If you trust in your enemies, if you trust in the people who enslaved your forefathers, foremothers, made us eat pork, forced us into doing abominable acts, you know what I'm saying? Sex traffic our children across country to make money, you understand? Putting money on our heads, you know what I'm saying? Having our people join cults, you know, putting drugs and guns and violence in our communities, right? Stripping us of our heritage, our nationality, branding their ideologies and their philosophies into us, right? Feeding our babies to alligators as alligator bait. What else? Killing thousands and thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of our brothers and sisters and not owning up to it. Right? And yet you trust them. Brother, you have Stockholm Syndrome. Okay? I'm sorry to tell you, but you have Stockholm Syndrome. If you trust in your oppressor, if you trust in your enemy. Your enemy could tell you straight to your face that you a nigga, and you gonna be like, it's okay, I understand your hurt. And you gonna be like, it's okay, you wanna go out for a cup of coffee or something, you know, it's okay, I forgive you. What the hell? You got Stockholm Syndrome. You have feelings of a trust and affection felt in many cases of kidnapping or hostage taken by a victim toward a captor. It's madness. Anyway, you can't make this stuff up. Anyway, Lamentations 4:17. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. It says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So what does that mean? Moses was commanded by the Most High to tell Israel that if you guys do not return back to the Most High Yahweh, to the Most High God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that these curses will come upon you. Now let's see one of those curses. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. So everything we want, we got to go to our enemies for. Hence, food, clothing, shelter, car, transportation, right? Hospitalization, or hospitality, should I say. You know, we have to go to our enemies. Right? We have to go to our enemies for these things. Right? So, it says, in nakedness and in want of all things. So eventually, those who don't take this poison, they're not going to be going to their enemies, right? And want of all things, and hunger and in thirst and in nakedness. Because why? Because eventually it's going to come to the point to where if you don't take this thing, then it's going to come to the point to where if you don't take this, you can't eat, you can't shop, you can't work, okay? You can't sustain your life, you know what I'm saying, if you do not take this poison, right? Let's go to verse 61. It says, also, every sickness and every plague which is not written, which is not written in the book of this law, which is the Bible. Everything that's not written in the Bible, all the plagues, like the plagues of Egypt that was put on Egypt, and then you got other plagues within the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? But it says what? Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, which is not written in the Bible, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. Right? And ye shall be left few in number, whereas ye were as the stars of heaven for multitude, because thou wouldest not obey the voice of the Lord thy God. Right? So this is one of the curses. Okay? How we would have to have these plagues put upon us because we disobeyed the Most High. And these plagues that are coming upon us today, these are not written in the book of the law. But the Most High already prophesied that the things that are not written in the book of this law will come upon you. Okay? You got Morona. You got Belta variant, if you got ears to hear. You got Coronavirus, right? If you got ears to hear. And you got the Omicron, if you got ears to hear. So you got all these diseases and pestilences and plagues coming on the earth that are not written in the scriptures. The Most High prophesied that these things would be. Okay, so what must you do? You must keep the law, statutes, and commandments if you want to make it. If you want to get the hell up out of here. Okay, because this place is not our rest. Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 39. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 39. So for those of you who may have had COVID or coronavirus, you know, you're not doing something right. Okay? So the Most High is bringing plagues on you because he told us that if we do not keep the law, statutes, and commandments, that these things will come upon us. 2nd Ezra is just, for those who this is too high for them, it's just as simple as this. If you have a child and he doesn't do what you tell him to do, he goes to school, he acts a fool, he comes home, you're going to whoop him. And you're going to discipline him for his actions. And that's what the Most High is going to do with us. If we don't do what the Most High told us to do as his children, then what he's going to do, he's going to bring these plagues upon us. All types of madness upon us. Because we're not doing what the Most High told us to do. Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 39. Right? What does it say? It says, even so, shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth? And the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So, there you have it, prophesied in the scriptures. Even so, shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth? And the world shall mourn, right? And the world is mourning. That's why I believe from 2020 to mid 2021, you had doctors just crying, so overwhelmed because all the deaths that were happening, how the hospitals were getting filled up and all this madness. People were mourning, and people are still mourning. And people are still mourning for their family. So like you. This is the problem. Somebody, oh my God. Anyway, it's madness. But yeah, so people are mourning in these last days, okay? And there's going to be more mourning as time goes on. Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 47. It reads, woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughter in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Thou hast hallowed her that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. Okay? So there you have it. Okay? The Most High, he's coming down in great wrath in these last days. Okay? He's not playing with nobody. You either gonna get right or get left. Get right or get put to death. Okay? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you do not want to obey the Most High God, you will be destroyed in the land of the living. Okay? Second Ezra chapter 16 verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. Right? And so these vaccines are offered unto idols, man. Why? Because they pray over these things. These witches pray over these things, cast spells on these things, right? It says, and they that consent unto them. So if you consent to this, it says what? Shall be had in derision. The Most High is going to have you in derision. You're going to be confused, right? You're going to think everything you're doing is right and okay, right? And then reproach and trodden underfoot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Right? So there's going to be great wrath in these last days. Slakia, I was meditating on something. But yeah. For this shall be in every place and in the next city a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So when you come to serve the Lord, man, you will be tried. You will have to go to that fiery furnace. You will be put to death, okay, in these last days. But the scripture says in Sirach chapter 4 and verse 25, I believe, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. Or fight for the truth unto death. Or, yeah, I was right. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. So if you strive for this truth unto death, the Lord's going to fight for you. But you have to have faith. You have to have faith that the Most High is really going to do these things. The Most High's word doesn't go void. The Most High doesn't lie. You know, and the Most High is not a God of confusion. A man of confusion. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So, in my last video, you saw that they were saying how 1/3 are resistant, are reluctant to take this thing. Now, 1/3 in the scriptures is 144,000. Those are the elect. Okay? Those are the elect, and they know that. Okay? Those are the elect. So, in the last days, they're going to be targeted. They're going to be killing people, even those who are not the elect, but they're going to be killing us. They're going to be looking for us. They're going to be looking for brothers and sisters who are wearing their fringes. They got their hair wrap on. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be looking for those brothers and sisters to put them to death. But guess what? We're going to have to go out like that, man. We're going to have to die for the name of a Mashiach Yahweh Shai. For the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We're going to have to go through that. Let's go to Sirach chapter 11, verse 10. My son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing. So it says meddle not in many matters, right? Don't get involved with things that don't involve you at all. You getting involved with things that ain't got nothing to do with you. You understand? On the right hand side. Right? On the left hand side, it has something to do with us because they're trying to bring us down as a people, and destroy us as a people. But on the right hand side, it ain't got nothing to do with us. Right? So it says, meddle not in many matters, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. So if you keep getting involved with these Maximes, you keep getting involved with these jabs, hey, you're not going to be innocent when the day of the Lord comes, man. You're not going to be innocent. He's going to see you, and he's going to be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? He ain't going to be doing no talking in that day, man. He going to cut you asunder, okay? Right? And with that, I give a mighty shalom to brothers and sisters. I'm about to do a part 3. Shalom, shalom. I hope this was edifying. Shalom.
Naturally, after a breakup, I needed new people.